This morning on DC News Now, a colorful sunrise across the area as we're approaching 6 a.m. But what can you expect for the rest of your Tuesday as well as the rest of the work week? We're going to be tracking the heat and humidity. More details coming up.
And violence erupts in Northeast D.C., a shooting killing one person, sending 5 others to the hospital. What police know about the victims and possible shooter.
And brought to justice, President Biden addressing the nation after the killing of an al-Qaeda leader. How the U.S. military took down the wanted terrorist. All right, it is now 6 o'clock on your Tuesday morning. Good morning, and thanks for joining us. I'm Tanaya Wright.
And I'm Corey James. Happy Tuesday to you at home. Shanika Grimshaw, how the world's looking today?
Happy Tuesday. You see I'm smiling, right?
For
I'm
now.
not that busy. I'm not that busy. So yeah, it's looking good out there.
Pretty smooth.
Nice.
All right, meteorologist Jackie Lair. We're preparing for some heat later on in the week.
Yes, the weather is relatively quiet out there, similar to the roads this morning. But notice as we take a live look at the Capitol building, we are seeing those mainly cloudy skies yet again. But we are just a little bit after sunrise this morning, and we're going to continue to notice a mix of sun and clouds for your Tuesday afternoon. Temperatures as you're stepping out the door for maybe that morning walk or that morning run or morning bike ride. We're seeing those temperatures upper 60s to low 70s for many locations, 76 in D.C. as well as Fredericksburg. Dew points, though, this is what you'll notice as you'll step out the door. It's a bit more sticky out there compared to yesterday morning. These dew points are just a little bit higher than where we were sitting at yesterday morning. And we'll also notice those dew points continuing to climb over the next couple of days, especially on Thursday. Thursday is a day where we certainly notice that heat and humidity really building in across the region. Satellite radar, here's the setup. We do have this trough that's just to the east of our area. That's likely the reason why we did see a few of those thunderstorms late last night. Keeping an eye on this cold front off towards our north and west. It's a weak one. Once it swings through, that will be ushering in a bit of relief, but it arrives later on tonight. Overnight lows tonight will be back into the 60s for many, even could be low 60s back off towards Kaiser as well as Cumberland. But highs today nearing 90 degrees, a little bit more humid out there, so we'll feel a little bit above those high temperatures today. But here's a view of those lows tonight. Most of us into the 60s, 68 for DC, 65 Martinsburg, Winchester, low 60s, Cumberland as well as Kaiser. Highs tomorrow, though, way more 90s on the map tomorrow. Most of us are into the 90s tomorrow afternoon, including Hagerstown, Leesburg, as well as Manassas and even Fredericksburg. But this isn't even the peak of that heat and humidity. That will likely arrive as we look ahead towards Thursday. And then we're back into the low 90s by the end of the week. I'll have more details and I'll go through it all with that 7-day forecast in just a couple minutes. But right now, tell us, Shanika, with the very latest on traffic. Are we starting to notice that volume building at this hour?
No, not at all, especially on BW Parkway, north and southbound. It's looking okay. You're looking at roads near 202. This is right before that D.C. line, and then over to the Beltway. You're also very clear at this hour. We do have a few issues, but really not that bad out there. 270 near Democracy Boulevard is also looking good, but headed northbound near Falls Road. Watch for a crash to the right shoulder. That's in that Rockville area, but it's not causing any issues, so you're all in the green and you're good to go. The rest of 270 coming out of Frederick, all very clear. Over to East-West Highway, just watch for some road work. You see that purple there that indicates you can't get through. There's some road work going on right near Connecticut Avenue and Rockton Avenue. Other than that, though, everything is pretty smooth. You're looking at 270 north and southbound, and then that top side through Silver Spring, Georgia Avenue, all of that, it's looking okay.
I'm angered at the fact that residents had to experience this in their community tonight.
Developing now, angry and sad. That's the tone the D.C. Chief of Police is setting this morning following the city's 6th mass shooting of the year. Now, that stat comes from the D.C. Police Union. The map we're going to show you from the Gun Violence Archive shows the staggering toll. Each dot on the map represents a different mass shooting in 2022.
So far, 213 days into the year, there have been 387 mass shootings across the country. The most recent in Northeast D.C. on F Street. That's where we find our D.C. News Now, Joseph Oma with the latest.
That's right. So, Joseph, both the police chief and the fire chief recently spoke out about this incident.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Tanaya and Corey, good morning to the both of you. We're going to focus on the D.C. fire chief specifically, John Donnelly. He tweeted out, responding to somebody else's tweet this morning, saying that 5 of his own his first responders, transported 5 of the shooting victims of that shooting that happened on F Street Northeast, like you mentioned, Corey. He's asking people this morning to keep all of those who were involved in the emergencies last night in their prayers. So let's get you up to speed on exactly what happened last night in the apartment complex behind me. This morning, police are confirming that all 6 victims are men. One of them, unfortunately, has died. The shooting happened at the Aziz Bates Court Apartments. This is in Northeast, just a couple of blocks away from RFK Stadium. Now, D.C. Police Chief Robert Conti had a hard time holding back his frustration. We just heard him a couple seconds ago during that late night news conference expressing his outrage about the rise in crime in D.C. Let's play some more sound from that presser.
The residents didn't deserve this. They do not deserve to have people shot in the communities where they live. Yet it seems like we have people who are in our communities who just have lost their sense of humanity, and that really saddens me. But we will continue to do the things that we need to do to bring those individuals to justice.
Frustration and sorrow as we wake up on this Tuesday morning. Corey and Sanaya, as of right now, we still do not have any word on a suspect or a motive as to why this all happened in the first place. But we're going to try and get that for you as the news develops this morning. I'm Joseph Omo reporting in Northeast D.C. DC News Now.
Another senseless shooting. Thanks so much, Joseph. Tonight, communities across the DMV and country are coming together to stand in solidarity for National Night Out. The event is meant to promote partnerships between neighborhoods and law enforcement with festivals, block parties, and safety demonstrations. A number of gatherings are taking place in D.C., Hagerstown, as well as Prince George's, Montgomery, Prince William, and Fairfax counties.
Your time right now is 6:06 this morning, new this morning. This is the scene right now following a massive fire in D.C. Crews are still on the scene, as you can see, working to make sure this fire is completely out. But yeah, you can see the crews walking up right there. 10 people, including 3 children, are displaced after this fire in Northeast. D.C. Fire and EMS say it broke out just after 9 o'clock last night in an abandoned home on Douglas Street. Now, crews say clutter inside of that house made it really difficult to put the fire out.
Due to the magnitude of the fire, the fact that the house was boarded up and appeared to be abandoned, and the amount of clutter, we then reverted to a defensive operation, which means we were forced to fight the fire from the exterior, from the outside.
The cause of that fire remains under investigation this morning, and rescue crews made a big save last night at the scene. You are looking at the moments DC Fire brought out a caged dog. That dog was found in the back of that home. The dog, fortunately, was not injured and is now at the Humane Society. And right now, police in Arlington are looking for the driver they say hit a woman and took off. That happened at about 7:30 last night at the intersection of 2nd Street and Old Glebe Road. Police say that woman suffered life-threatening injuries. We are making calls this morning to police to get a description of the people they're looking for.
Justice has been delivered, and this terrorist leader is no more.
President Biden breaking his COVID isolation to address the nation after a deadly strike takes out the leader of Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan. Washington correspondent Alexandra Limon has more on the mission to take out the head of the terrorist group.
Officials say 2 missiles were fired from an unmanned drone, killing Al-Qaeda's leader, who officials also say was the mastermind behind attacks against Americans for decades. President Biden confirms the U.S. killed one of the most wanted terrorists in the world. Ayman al-Zawahiri was killed in a U.S. drone strike.
He carved a trail of murder and violence against American citizens, American service members, American diplomats, and American interest.
Al-Zawahiri was deputy to Osama bin Laden during the 9/11 attacks and took over as leader of Al-Qaeda after bin Laden was killed.
Justice has been delivered, and this terrorist leader is no more.
The Biden administration says the U.S. was tracking al-Zawahiri for years, and this year they confirmed his location at a safe house in Kabul, where he was staying with his family.
None of his family members were hurt, and there were no civilian casualties.
President Biden says this mission shows that despite U.S. troops leaving Afghanistan, the U.S. continues to conduct high-level anti-terrorism operations.
That no matter how long it takes, no matter where you hide, if you are a threat to our people, the United States will find you and take you out.
The Biden administration says it did not notify the Afghan government, which is now the Taliban, about this strike before it happened. In Washington, Alexandra Limo.
Your time right now is 6:09 on this Tuesday morning. Happening now, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is in Malaysia, the last stop before her controversial trip to Taiwan. She's expected to land in Taiwan tonight. The visit will likely raise tensions between the United States and Beijing. China has warned that its military will never sit idly by if Pelosi pushes ahead with the visit. The U.S. said it will not take China's baiting, but officials are also worried China will use this trip as an excuse to attack.
Your time right now is coming up on 6:10 this morning. A Montgomery County council member is requesting more doses of the monkeypox vaccines. Montgomery County's Evan Glass took to Twitter on Monday to announce that request. He says that a lot of people are concerned about the vaccine shortages. In a council meeting with the Board of Health last week, Glass addressed these concerns. Health officials say they are in the process of ordering more.
We don't control the doses. We've requested more doses. We've requested capability to store more doses. And we've also talked about expanding to our Germantown Health Center because we know that we are building an HIV STI clinic there. And we want to have the greatest access for everyone. And Kimberly, you can add to that.
According to the CDC, the state of Maryland has 129 total cases of monkeypox. And DC Health is trying to help get kids vaccinated against COVID-19 before the start of the school year. Mobile units at select district schools are available throughout all 8 wards during August and September. You can make your appointment for that online. Students ages 12 and up must be vaccinated against COVID in DC for the upcoming school year.
It's a big day. All eyes are on Juan Soto this morning. It could be his last big play in a Nationals uniform. The MLB trade deadline is tonight at 6. Soto has declined 3 extension offers, including a 15-year deal worth $440 million. And if Soto is traded, DC News Now has you covered. You can tune in tonight at 11 for Game Night with Sports Director Derek Forrest for the very latest on Soto's future.